All right, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbat, Kwam, Yasha'Allah. Welcome to the Lions Den. My name is JJ7000, the People's Champ. I'm here to do a live breaking news coverage. Chris Harris in denial of the educational ass whooping that Yahrah did in Israel put on him. Elder Yahrah. So, we've already explained to him, several people came on the platform, including Yahrah during the debate, that let me say it like this. Chris Harris yells out, I know there's Jews in Africa. I need to see anyone claiming to be an Israelite. I need to see Israelites. Okay, you dumbass nigga. Here, let me show you a definition. Hold up. Let's start here. Let's go to a definition. Let's see if we can pull it up. Leave. Let's leave. All right. Jew. The English term originates in the biblical Hebrew word Yehudi, meaning the kingdom of Judah. All right, stop there. Yehudi. There's 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Yehuda is one of them. So when you ask a dumbass question like that, Chris Harris, in front of an audience, it says, I know there's Jews in Africa. I need to see someone saying they're Israelites. You already killed yourself and entered the debate. Now, it says, the English term originates in the biblical Hebrew word Yehudi, meaning from the kingdom of Judah. It passed into Greek as Lodius and Latin as Ludicius, and evolved to the Old French Guiu, and the letter D was dropped, a variety related to found in English from the year 1000, blah, blah, blah. Okay, etymology. 104 BC, with the inscription Hayudium of the Jews. 5 lines of the ancient Hebrew script reading Yehudi, Yachanan, Kohen, Gadol, Shevet Hedidah, the high priest council of Jews. All right, let's keep going, man. This dude playing games. He's in denial, and he got his ass whooped. You come in with a premise like this. How could you even make that your main premise? Not even go look this up, bro. I mean, you already looked at bad in the Pastor Bennett debate, but then you come back and do this. This is even worse. According to the book of Genesis, Yehuda was the name of the 4th son of the patriarch Jacob. During the Exodus, his name was given to the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Judah is one of the tribes of Israel, Chris Harris. All right, let's keep going. Descended from the patriarch Judah, after the conquest and settlement of the land, the Canaan, Judah also referred to the territory allocated to the tribe. It's also a territory allocated to the tribe, Chris. You idiot. After splitting the United Kingdom of Israel, the name was used to the southern kingdom of Judah. The kingdom was now encompassed with tribes of Judah. Here's his tribes: Benjamin and Simeon, along with some of the cities of the Levites. With the destruction of the northern kingdom of Israel, Samaria, the kingdom of Judah became the sole Jewish state, and the term Yahudi was applied to all Israelites. See, sometimes it applies to all Israelites, Yehudi. And that could be from, see, Chris? The kingdom of Judah became the sole Jewish state, and the term Yehudi was applied to all Israelites. The term Yehudi occurs 74 times in the Masoretic text and the Hebrew Bible. The plural Yehudim first appears in 2 Kings 16 and 6, Chris Harris, where it refers to the defeat of the Yehudi army of the nation, and in 2 Chronicles 32:18, where it refers to the language of the Yehudim. Jeremiah 34:9 as the earliest singular uses of the word Yehudi. Esther 2 and 5 and 6, the name Yehudi has a generic aspects in the case of referring to the man from the tribe of Benjamin. Boy, you dumb in a box of rocks. Now, there was a man named Yehudi in Shushan, the capital, whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jar, the son of Shimi, the son of Kish, a Benjamite, who was exiled from Jerusalem. And the exile that was exiled from Jeconiah, king of Judah, which Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had exiled. The name appears in the Bible as a verb in Esther. Many of the people of the land became Yehudim in generic sense because of the fear of the Yehudim fell on them. In some places in the Talmud, the word Israelite refers to someone who is Jewish but does not necessarily practice Judaism as a religion. An Israelite, even though he has sinned, is still an Israelite. That's in Tractate Sanhedrin 44a. More commonly, the Talmud used the word Bnei Yisrael, i.e., children of Israel. Right? Children of Israel. Israel being the name of the third patriarch, Jacob. Father of the sons of who will be the 12 tribes of Israel, which he has given and took up after wrestling with an angel. See Genesis 32, 28 to 29, Chris Harris. To refer to Jews, according to the Talmud, then, there is no distinction between religious Jews and secular Jews. In modern Hebrew, the same word is still used to mean both Jew and Judean, or of Judea. In Arabic, the term Yahudi, all right, and the Arabic term is Yahudia. Development of European languages, you see that. The Septuagint, Chris Harris, reputedly the product of a Hellenistic Jewish scholarship, and other Greek documents translated Yehudi in the Aramaic, Yehudah using the Koine Greek term Lodius, which has lost the H sound. The Latin term following the Greek version is Ludeus. And from these sources, the term passed to other European languages. The Old French, Gia, earlier Juia, had elided or dropped the letter D from the latter Ladius. The Middle English word Jew derived from English, where the word is attested to as early as 1,000 various forms, such as Ludius, Gia, Gu, Li, Lu. The Old English name is derived from the Old French. The modern French term is Juif, Jive. Most European languages had retained the letter D in the word Jew. Etymologically equivalent are in the other language, e.g. Jude in German, Julia in Portuguese, in Danish and Norwegian, Judio in Spanish, Jude in Dutch, in some languages. Derivatives of the word derivations of the word Hebrew are also used to describe a Jew, e.g. Ibro in Italian, in Spanish, Ibri, Ibrano, Persian, in Persian, Epiphed, Yevere, in Russian, that's in Russian, I said it in Russian. So, see the list of Jewish ethonyms for a full overview. If you want to really get deep into it, the German word Jude is cognate with the Yiddish word for Jew. Here's some of the sources. Marcus Yastov Dictionary of the Targunium, Talmud Babi, Talmud Yeshimi, and Midrashic literature. The sources he used, Megillah 13a, 2 Talmud. Let's see. We have Avener Falk, a psycholintic history of the Jews. Madison N.J. Fairleigh Dixon University Press, page 131. You have Yiddish, Merriam-Webster Collegiate Dictionary, Springfield, Massachusetts. Stephen Paul Miller, Radical Poets of Secular Jewish Culture, University of Alabama Press, page 153. We have M.L. Weiss, Gertrude Stein, and Richard Wright, The Poetic and Politics of Modernism, University Press at Mississippi, page 66. And y'all can see the others. All right, let's get to this idiot.
So yeah, all they do is holler shit and disrespect all the time. Shout out, Sterile World, no doubt. So let me get back to something more important. So I do want to apologize to Garfield, because Garfield, he actually was one of the guys that actually put me on a stand where I could show my talent. He was the first one. I was over there on Dagger Squad.
And you turned on him.
When I used to see his channel.
Yeah,
and,
we know.
I beat Jesus up real bad over there. All you gotta do is stick to the primaries on it.
You didn't beat anyone up, so stop tooting your own goddamn horn. Nigga, you ran.
And I think Garfield thinks that we have this beef. No, there's no beef. Zion Lex thinks that we're beefing.
Zion Lex don't even want to have a conversation with your dumb ass, man. You're too disrespectful. You're too pompous. You're too arrogant and ignorant. And you stand on nothing. And then when I challenged you about being an American patriot, because that's what you said, you told everybody to drop their spiritual beliefs, their Bibles and all that, your African tradition, and all we need to do is be an American patriot and come together. So silly ass said.
No beef. There is no beef. Zion Lex is afraid to answer questions. I think Zion Lex.
Why do you feel that everyone has to answer your questions when you bring nothing to the table? All you want to do is try to criticize everybody else's stand. A lot of people are standing and holding firm on what they believe, what they attest to, but not Chris Harris. He jumps around from being a tour knight to a Team Osiris to a goddamn SVDL, begging to come into the Lion's Den, sucking on some of the nuts. I mean, all kind of weird shit, bro. You bounce around. You are not stable. You once you got mad. He got mad at SVDL, right? Because he lost. Then he calls and gets the channel shut down during the flag the channel during the goddamn tournament. This dude is a waste of time.
Brings down the level of scholarship on any platform that he goes to. Anytime he comes on the platform at the House of Consciousness, it's nothing but a clown show. It's nothing but a gripe or a pull or a grab at attention. That's all he ever does. That's all that dude ever do. He makes these grabs at attention because ain't nobody really paying attention to him. No matter what the panel is about, the first thing he gonna start talking about is some dumbass debate or some dumbass channel that he participates on, in which the level of debates are so low that nobody knows who's debating who. So no, I don't have any respect for him. So let me get back to somebody that I do respect. All right, and I don't want to talk about that no more. No disrespect, Shaka. You know, it's nothing but love between me and you. But all he does is come on panels. He brings no information. All right? I think he a whole clown. That's just what it is. He's nothing but a clown show. Black Jesus Minister is nothing but a clown show. Those guys don't read books. They read Bible verses. All right? They read Bible verses and they try to shoehorn them into any goddamn level of scholarship they can. They don't read books. All right? And if they do read, like, it's just like Black Jesus Minister on my debate, he come telling me what Dr. Ben Yahukanan said about them being black Jews. He don't even understand Black Man of the Now book. He doesn't even understand it. Rob Bourne already checked.
Look, you would think that he would go into the book and tell you about it, but no, he doesn't even understand it. He doesn't even read the Black Man of the Now. And then he goes to appealing to authority, and Rob Bourne's not an authority. And Rob Bourne even says, and shut your ass up.
Him on that shit. He's not advocating that black people over here in America are Israelites. He's advocating that Ethiopian Jews have always faced bigotry from white European Jews. That's what that passage is advocating. It's not advocating that you're a Jew. He's not advocating to grab Jews. These are people that all practice Judaism. What they look past is the interaction between cultures that they came upon, and they look beyond. They look past what we call human behavior, and they look past the fact that their own religion is a proselytizing religion. They don't understand that it's a proselytizing faith. It's a faith based on proselytization, right? You a new creature in Christ.
Once again, there were Jews in Africa, Israelites, Yehudi, before 1492, Chris says, and you failed to even prove that. You failed. And then you even failed to prove that Israelites wasn't on the slave ships. That's what you do, man. You don't bring nothing to the table. Look at this wicked nigga. He look hateful. He look bitter and sad. I feel sad too if the milkman was, sneaking around when I'm gone.
One law for the Israelite and one law for the stranger. The Gentiles and Jews and all this other nonsense that don't make no sense, right? It's a proselytizing faith. So you got to be able.
Anytime that somebody wakes up every day and wants to tear down somebody else's spiritual belief, this dude has a mental problem. Something happened to him that he's really not dealing with. It's something deep down inside that's psychologically messing this guy up.
To it's hard to delineate between who's who, because once a culture takes up,
it's hard to delineate the difference between the two. It's not that hard, brother. It's not that hard. Just like the French people will call themselves French. That's their culture. That's who they are. Just like the Chinese, or some of the Chinese, but they got like different offshoots, but that's their culture. You see? The Italians, that's their culture. You don't challenge them. You don't challenge nobody for calling themselves an Australian or Lithuanian, Scandinavian. You ain't trying to challenge none of that. But the minute that we attach to an identity, now it's a problem.
Irrelevant. You guys are misunderstanding that word Jew, and you guys play with that word. You guys are really playing with that word.
There you go. He said we are misunderstanding the word Jew. Now, at the beginning of this video, I already broke it down for you. So, like, as y'all can see, I did that on purpose first, so y'all can catch him when he say ignorant things like this, and then tries to trick the masses into following along with this fallacy, with this straw man arguments. This is what he do. He has no information.
I say that y'all want to, man, I can't sit this phone up, and I know it's kind of hard for y'all to look at me. All right, and I could do it like this, and I know it's hard for y'all to try and delineate between that word, because y'all delineate.
You see how he hid that head? Take that damn cap off, nigga.
Between that word, it's hard because you want to be Israelite so bad. Okay, you have this indoctrination in you, and this indoctrination has enabled you to have this belief of who you're not. You understand? Really? That's not our story. All right.
It's always the yellowest niggas that want to be the blackest.
Our story predates that. Now I know there are people that try to say Bantus are in fact.
Well, hold on. What is your story, Chris? Now you have put your foot in your mouth. The next time I run across you, I want to know what culture. What do you attach yourself to? Because at one point you said our story is being a goddamn patriot of America. That's more important than anything else. You goddamn Uncle Ruckus coon ass Negro.
Israelites, and they try to use the fact that the Bantus came from the
Bantu describes a language family. That's it. It's a language family. It describes a couple of tribes, but it is a more relevant to a language family, Chris.
Middle East. I mean, there's proof there, but how do you prove that Bantus, which were hunter-gatherers, were the Israelites? How do you go about proving?
Oh my God! People split off and they become nations. If you follow different markers, the E marker, people split off and they became goddamn nations and tribes. You idiot! We never said we were the original man. What are you doing? See, this is what I'm talking about with the straw man stuff. What he do? He makes up arguments. Look.
Bantus came from the Middle East. I mean, there's proof there, but how do you prove that Bantus, which were hunter-gatherers, were the Israelites? How do you go about proving that? You really...
E1B1A Bantu expansion. You can look that up. But like I said, it's more of this Bantu thing. He's playing with the word Bantu. It's more of a language family, y'all. He's an idiot.
Can't. You have to use all these crazy books, and the one thing I patted myself on the shoulder in that debate was what? The fact that when he was throwing all these sources at me,
Look, he threw all those sources at him. It frazzled him. He didn't know what to do. How dare you bring some truth and some people backing it up that's educated to speak on the topic and situation at hand? How dare you do that, Yahrah? What are you doing? You're supposed to freestyle like me. Me, a.k.a. Chris, I hate my hairline Harris.
Calm. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things he stated was, Chris, you just can't say that it's not true. You have to have a source in order to debunk that. You're right. I do have to have a source, but unfortunately, you did not.
Unfortunately, you didn't bring anything but your goddamn catfish eating ass lip.
Share your sources with me. So I didn't know what sources you were going to use.
What? He didn't listen to this. See, unfortunately, you didn't share your sources with me, so I didn't know what to do. What type of bullshit is this? What kind of debater what kind of debater you got over here, man? We told you a long time ago, this guy is trash. I need your sources so I can look him over now. Just bring your stuff to the debate to prove that the Israelites wasn't on the ship. That's what you do. And then you deal with his sources during the debate while he's during the time while he's going. If he listed one, you look it up. You don't have to unravel all of them. Attack one, and if you attack one during the debate and you bust that down, then you looking good. Come on, bro. Do I gotta school your silly ass?
You know, that's another form of ambush scholarship, and this is just what they do, guys. Listen, it's your morning coffee hour, man. It's your morning coffee hour.
I'm out of here, man. This dude is a bozo.